Got it. Oops. Uh, Hey, everybody. It's Justice for Comics. It's Saturday night. I don't do too many late night live streams, usually because I'm too tired. But I just decided to do one. I'm organizing my comic books. So I rented a storage unit. Yes, my collection has gotten out of hand to the point where I can't just keep them in my closet anymore. In fact, I was running out of room in my closet. It's nice to have my closet back. I can actually see most of my clothes now. So this week I rented a storage unit on Tuesday, and an air conditioned storage unit, right? A 5x10, which is plenty of room. I've got probably a little bit more than half of my collection already moved into the storage unit. I think I've got like seven or eight long boxes left to move. I think I've got about 15 of them already moved. So yeah, so I'm probably, that's one of the reasons I had to rent the storage unit, is I'm probably up to around 25 long boxes. So that's a lot of comic books. I think I'm pushing. I got to be pushing 10,000 comic books. I mean, it's probably real close to that, 9 to 10,000, if I had to guess. So what part of what I've been doing this week is I'm pulling out comics that I want to keep close at hand, right? All the keys, the graded books, um, the stuff that I don't want in a storage unit. Not that I think anyone's going to break in. I mean, these storage units are really secure now. Not only do they have security all over the place, um, the unit I'm in, you have to have an access code to get into the facility, and then there's of course you've got your lock on your storage unit, and I got one of those disc locks, which apparently any lock can be broken, but it takes a lot of time. Those disc locks take you can't just bolt cut them. I think you have to use like some type of welding, one of those type tools, which they're loud, and it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to break through that lock. So, if anybody's trying to get into your unit, what they're gonna be doing for 30 to 40 minutes is gonna draw attention. So I noticed, as I walk around the storage facility, I noticed a lot of people. Most units had that disc lock, right? I noticed most had that disc lock, and then one or two units had two disc locks. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to put two locks on my storage unit, because then you're sending a clear message. I really don't want anybody breaking into this storage unit. Yeah, so I don't know. So I'm contemplating, should I get two disc locks and have double protection on that unit? I don't know. Something to contemplate. So that's what I've been doing a lot this week is moving boxes. And man, my back is sore. Yeah, I stuff a long box pretty tight. I mean, not too tight where you're damaging the book. I do leave a little bit of give, but I do front and back. I typically do front and back on a comic book, right? So that kind of deal. So you're getting more, you're getting a lot more comic books per box. So yeah, usually each long box is probably, I have to estimate 60 to 65 pounds of weight. So, I'm going up and down from my second floor where I keep them all the way down to my SUV and, sliding them in there. And you do that 14, 15 times. it gets a little tough on your back. Malcolm says, yeah, that's why I use short boxes. Yeah, they are easier, no doubt about it. But either way, they're going to take up the same amount of space, right? Because for me to have all short boxes, I just have to have triple, whatever. What is? I'd say each long box is probably 2 short boxes, right? Yeah. So you can have 25 long boxes, or you can have 50 short boxes. Yeah, the short boxes are easier to move, but it takes longer, right? Twice as long. And I guess you could stack 2 2 short boxes on top of each other, but then it's going to be about the same weight as carrying a long box. So I don't know. I feel like I just stuck with the long boxes. I had short boxes at one time when my collection, which was much smaller, and it was annoying because I was constantly moving boxes around, and what box is this book in, and I had to label each box. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it seemed more tedious for me. I don't know, but I think the general consensus is most people prefer short boxes. I do get that feeling. I guess I'm old school. I like the long box better. I don't know. That's my opinion. All right. So what else should we talk about? So I was going through boxes and I'm listing books for sale on eBay. So if you guys want to know my eBay username or whatever, just message me on Instagram. I'll DM me on Instagram. I'll let you know what it is. Like I went through today and I was like, yeah, I had like a run of Redneck, Donny Cates Redneck 1 through 10. I think the run is 1 through 10. They're all first prints. It was an okay series. I didn't think it was that great, and I need to start selling some books, especially like runs and stuff. So I put this on eBay for $30. I think it was $30 free shipping, and someone bought it right away today. So I must have priced it pretty well. I paid $4 a piece for these, and I sold it for $3 a piece. So yeah, I lost $1 per book, but that's all right. So I did sell that. So I've been listing books on eBay. I'm up to 248 eBay listings right now. So quite a few books. I put some pretty good books on there today too. Some exclusive books. Some Rick and Morty stuff. I don't know, all kinds of stuff. It's interesting. But the keys I'm going to keep. Like I got a stack of keys right here. Yeah, I got Amazing Spider-Man 102. I can't afford 101, but I've got 102. Second appearance of Morbius, right? He's on the cover. And it's a nice high-grade copy. So I know that book has gone up quite a bit since I bought it. This one's also gone up quite a bit. I love this cover. It's such a cool-ass cover. First Spider clone. I love the red and yellow cover. I don't know, it's so eye-appealing. I don't like a lot of ASM covers. This is one of the few that I just think is really, really good. And man, that is super high grade. Probably, I mean, I try to be conservative. I think it's a 9.4 to 9.6. 9.8s. I don't ever say 9.8s. I think those are unicorns. And of course, this is a popular one, right? First Black Cat. I got a really nice copy here. This is definitely a 9.4. I think it's a 9.4. It could be a 9.6, but I think it's a 9.4. Pretty solid all day long 9.4. It's no spine ticks. Edges are pretty nice. Maybe one edge is a little blunting in the one edge, so that's probably why it wouldn't get a 9.6 or a 9.8, obviously. But yeah, I think 9.4 easily, which is it's a pretty expensive. It's a pretty expensive book now. I bought that pretty cheap a couple of years ago. Everything you bought 2 years ago, it looks like a real good deal now because it's gotten so expensive. There's another ASM 210, the first Madam Web. I got newsstand and direct, which is cool. They're both really high grade. One of these I think would be a 9.8. I mean, one of them is so perfect, it's crazy. I've taken it out, looked at it, and man, I can't find a flaw in it. So I will say that one of these might be a 9.8, which would be kind of cool. That's it's an expensive book, especially if she shows up in a who knows, maybe she'll show up in a Spider-Man movie at some point. People are speculating on that still. ASM 299. First was that first cameo of Venom, I think. Nice high grade copy. I got really lucky buying this too. I don't even think it was a year ago that I got this. Got a really good deal on this. I think I got it just below $100. And I'm telling you, it's easily a 9.6. I mean, it's pretty nice copy. And of course, a lot of you remember me talking about this book. I've had this on the show a few times. It needs a press. It's the only thing kind of wrong with it is it's got a couple little surface things that could be easily pressed out. ASM 300. My copy is definitely, I think it's a 9.2 to 9.4 pretty easily. There's only one tiny spine tick on it that's noticeable. That's it. Edges are really sharp, and it is a newsstand. I got this book for $350 raw, believe it or not. I think that was a little over a year ago, or right around a year ago. So that book is blown up. It's extremely expensive now. I mean, I remember going on a live stream a couple times with another YouTuber, CGC 9.8. I can't remember the kid's name. Nice kid. He's from Canada. And I remember at the time, this had to be at least 2 years. It's probably 2 years ago. I remember he bought a 9.8 ASM 300. He paid $2,500 for a 9.8, which I thought, wow. And I think at the time it was hovering around $1,800 a share, $1,800 for a 9.8, and it spiked up to $2,500. Probably on one of the releases of the one of the Spider-Man movies. And he bought it, and I think a couple months later it dropped. Like you could find 9.8s on eBay for $1,900 all day long. And I remember he kind of had that buyer's remorse feeling. And I remember telling him, like, man, just hold on to that thing. People are always going to want that book. It's always going to be a marquee book that people are going to want. And yeah, I mean, look at it now. A 9.8 on that book right now, you're talking, it's probably pushing $6,000, $6,000 to $7,000 for a 9.8. If you got a newsstand 9.8, I wouldn't surprise me if you got $10,000 for it right now, which is absolutely crazy. But I'm just happy I have one in my collection. That was one of those I was like, man, because back in the day, I remember you could have bought this all day long in high grade for, $200-$300 forever. And yeah, I finally pulled the trigger. I'm glad I did, because I don't think this book's going to get any cheaper anytime soon. Pretty sure it won't be. Another Spider-Man key, 344. First Cletus Cassidy, who ends up becoming Carnage. Nice high grade copy, direct edition. I wanted a newsstand in this, but man, I just couldn't find one. Not one in high grade, anyways. That's the problem with newsstands from that era, that 80s, early 80s and 90s. Newsstands were just tough to find in high grade. They're always banged up. And then here's my ASM 361, first full appearance of Carnage. And it is a newsstand copy, which is cool. It needs a press. It's definitely not a 9.8. It's, I don't even, it's not a 9.6. It's probably like a 9.2. 9.2, solid 9.2, maybe 9.4 if it was pressed really well. But I'm happy with it. I mean, it presents really well in a Mylar. It looks really nice. There's no glaring creases. There's no creases or massive spine ticks. Just a nice copy, real nice copy. Then I've got, of course, a second print, which is, that one's in really high grade, which is, of course, is not worth near as much. Hey, imagine that, a second print that has a way lower print run that's not worth near as much as the first print. That's not the case with a lot of second prints these days, right? All right, let's see who else is in here. We got Agent J.R. Ewing. What's going on, my friend? Of course, we got Malcolm Giles in the house. And we got Daryl. Good to see you, Daryl. All right, I'm just, I figured I didn't send out any notifications prior to this live stream, so I don't expect a lot of people to show up in the chat. I figured most people are going to watch this on the replay. That's okay. I'm just bored. My wife has a couple friends over, and they're chatting. I decided I'm going to break away from all that estrogen and go do a live stream. Yeah, I found in another box. I was like, I got to pull these out too. I don't want these in the storage unit. I got that whole set of Annihilation, Conquest, Wraith, right? 1 through 5? I know number 1 is, the first issue is the one everyone wants. It's 1 through 4. Yeah, 4-issue run. Yeah, they're all in pretty nice shape. Oh, I got 2 number 3s. It's interesting. No idea why I have 2 number 3s. And I think I have 2 number 2s. I have no idea why I have 2 number 2s, but I think I bought that off eBay right before it exploded because Donny Cates made that book go up quite a bit with his run on Venom and Null and all that good stuff. Malcolm says, how do I find your eBay store? Just send me a DM on Instagram, Malcolm. I'll shoot you the. Well, I guess I could tell people what it is. It's not a big deal. I don't care. I think this is I think that's it. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. Let me see real quick. That should be my eBay handle. Yeah, S Chadwick 1. Member since 1999. So I have 99.3% positive feedback, and I don't know if I'm a power. I think I am a power seller. My ranking is 786. I have no idea. I have a purple star. I think I had one negative feedback comment maybe 12 months ago, I guess. 160 positives. So yeah, I'm usually easy to deal with as far as an eBay seller goes. This is another one that I think looks pretty cool. Jenny Frizen. I'm a big Jenny Frizen fan, and I bought this for, I think I paid around between $50 and $70. I think I paid maybe as much as $70 for this. I have no idea what this goes for now. Astonishing Ant-Man number 10. It's just one of those books. I don't think it was short printed or anything. Let me look real quick on eBay. I haven't looked at that book in a long time. I have no idea what it goes for. $10 right now. Share my screen. So there's an auction with one bid at $50 with 3 days left. There's a buy it now for $90. There's a graded 9.8 for $239. Yeah, I mean the book isn't super expensive. There's a buy it now for 46. Well, shipping's 26. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it's gone up much. I think I paid around. Maybe I paid as low as 50. I don't know. 50 to $70 seems like the range that I paid, somewhere in that range. So I don't think it's gone up a whole lot since I bought it, but I just like it. It's a cool cover. It's one of the best covers of Psylocke, I think, is that one by Frizen. So yeah, I definitely want to keep that in my personal possession, away from the storage facility. Another one I like here is let me minimize let me stop sharing the screen. The Atom number, what is this number? What number is this? Man, I can't see anymore. Getting old. What is it? Number 19, yeah. The Atom number 19. First, it's the second appearance of Zatanna. First appearance is really expensive now. I had opportunities to buy it too, pretty high grade, and I didn't do it. Yeah, she's an important DC character. I don't know. It's not like buying Wonder Woman's first appearance or anything, but it's a pretty nice copy. I mean, this is definitely a solid mid-grade copy, maybe a 7.0, 6 to a 7.0 range. It's got a couple spine ticks, but nothing really egregious to it. No big creases or anything crazy. You know, it presents really well. It looks nice. Pages are pretty crisp. So yeah, I don't think I paid a lot for it, $40 or $50 for it. And I know it's gone up since I bought it, but then I think I bought it like in a comic lot, because I also got this one, which is number 17, the Atom number 17, which I don't think there's anything special in regards to that issue. So you got my eBay store, S Chadwick 1. Check out what I've got listed. I got a lot of lists, 248 listings. Some of it's good, some of it's crap. You know, it's the typical. Some stuff you just want to get rid of because you are sick of owning it. Let's see. This is another one. This one looks really high grade, but I looked at it in the light today and I was like, yeah, it's not. It's probably like a 9.2 to 9.4. This is a book that, you know, it's a newsstand copy. King size annual number 10, Avengers. Of course, the first appearance of Rogue. It's a cool book. The cover is terrible though. I mean, it's just, there's too much going on in that cover, but it's definitely a marquee book. And I think I paid like $30 for this. I mean, I didn't pay a lot. This was a couple years ago when I bought it. And I know it goes, you know, it's been going up quite a bit in value, especially 9.8. If you have this in a 9.8, it's tough to get a 9.8 in this copy for some reason. I don't know why, but mine's a solid 9.2, maybe a 9.4 if I got it pressed or something, but probably no higher than that. Some other cool Avenger books. Avengers 195, first cameo of Taskmaster. It's almost first full because he's in the last panel of the book, and he even identifies himself as the Taskmaster. So you can make the argument this is the first appearance of Taskmaster is Avengers 195, not 196. Of course, 196 is the one everyone wants because it's the first full, and he's on the cover, and just it's a cool cover. I mean, that's a hugely recognizable cover, but this is technically his first appearance. It's the same thing with Hulk 180 and 181. 180 is the first appearance of Wolverine. He's in several panels. He identifies himself as the Wolverine. Same thing with Taskmaster. You know, he's not in several panels, but he's in one main panel. It's fully him in the panel, and he's talking and says, you know, that he's a Taskmaster. So, yeah, No one ever really talks about that, but that's the first appearance of Taskmaster. But of course, this is the one that, yeah, I mean, I got a nice copy too. This is probably a 9.4, 9.6. 9.6 if it was pressed. It could use a pressing. It's got a couple little things that I think it easily would be pressed out with somebody who really knows what they're doing. So I think with a press, this could easily be a 9.6, which this book in a 9.6, yeah, it's getting up there in price. 9.8's absolutely crazy right now in that book. So the Black Widow movie still has not come out. Uh, it's one of the best. I love the Black Widow trailer. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the trailer. The music, the action looks awesome, and the Taskmaster looks he looks like such a badass in that movie. I can't wait to see it. I don't know when it's. I think it's supposed to come out. I thought it was supposed to come out in May. I don't know. I think it's going to be on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure. So I have Disney Plus. I haven't got any emails saying watch Black Widow. I'm sure they will send me all kinds of announcements and emails on that when it happens. But I'd like to. I can't wait to watch that movie. It looks really good. I mean, it should be a good movie. Another one that this is kind of a prize. This is more sentimental value to me. This is Batman 608, the second print by Jim Lee. You know, it's a couple $100 book pretty easily, but it's also signed by Jim Lee. I met him in Orlando. He came and did a signing at Coliseum of Comics over in Orlando. So Coliseum of Comics has a shop in Tampa, in the Tampa area, and they were selling tickets. I think the tickets were like, I think it was like $30 or something like that. It got you to meet with Jim Lee and get 2 signatures from Jim Lee. And then I think you also got a couple free comic books with it. I think it was like $20 or $30. It wasn't too expensive. I mean, it was pretty cheap, but you had to, I had to drive to Orlando. He wasn't coming to Tampa. So I had to drive to Orlando. I went over there for the day. My family went with me. It was fun. We did some shopping. I spent an hour or so at the comic book store. I met Jim Lee, talked to him. I got my picture taken with him. He signed a couple books. He signed this one, and he also signed. I had him sign that X-Men. I can't remember the number. It'll come to me in a minute. I think it's X-Men 271, 270. No, 268. X-Men 268. That's the cover with Captain America, Black Widow, and Wolverine on the cover. It's a pretty famous Jim Lee cover. I had him sign that one as well. And yeah, it was a fun day. It'll never be signature graded. It'll never be a yellow label by CGC. And at some point I probably should get this graded, but I mean, I don't really want to sell it. So, I mean, if I was really looking to sell this, I would probably get it graded. I think it would grade probably 9.6. I mean, I don't know. There's not a whole lot wrong with it. It'd probably be a 9.6 grade, but it has more sentimental value to me than monetary. What else should I show? I got some Batman stuff here. Punchline, first appearance of Punchline, second print. Batman 89, that's a pretty big book. The Matina cover, of course, no one cares about that one. Everyone wants the A cover, even though Matina cover's better. Batman 92, that's the one per store variant, the white cover. Of course, I got the purple one as well. Yeah, I was into Punchline there for a bit. Clown Hunter, first cover appearance. That's the 1 in 25. That book blew up a few months ago. I think it's come back down. I don't think it's super expensive for that book now. And then, I'm alphabetical here. Canto. That's the 1 in 25. That's a pretty expensive book. That's $1,000 book in 9.8 grade, which I don't think it is right now. It probably needs pressed. That's the problem with these Canto books is they all kind of need a pressing. None of them have spine ticks or anything, but you can tell when they came off the printer, there's a little bit of not a crease. It's something that could be pressed out. So that's the problem with these Canto books. They're worth money, but you definitely, if you're going to get them graded, you've got to get them pressed. Both these books would need to be pressed, and if they're pressed really well, and you have somebody that really knows how to press the book well, I think they could be 9/8. But yeah, you never know. Another cool book, Captain America #6, first appearance of Winter Soldier. Yeah, I got the Winter Soldier cover and I got the Captain America cover. Both covers. Bought these probably 3 or 4 years ago when they were real cheap. I think I paid $20 each for. It was pretty inexpensive. They've obviously gone up with the TV show that came out. Civil War #1. I love this book. This is signed by Michael Turner. Of course, he passed away. Just one of my favorite covers back in the day. I was a big Turner fan. And what a shame. He died very early. I think he was only, what was he? I think he was in his early 40s when he passed. I know he died from cancer. It's crazy. He had cancer in his hip, and they had to take out his hip, and man, he had some major surgery to try to save his life, and it still didn't work. It still killed him. That's the thing in life, right? I mean, you could have a genetic disposition to cancer, and it doesn't matter how healthy you are, how healthy you eat, you exercise all the time. Your genetics can really screw you, and that he just had a really bad genetics. Apparently, he died a young man from cancer. It's crazy. Yeah, I was a big fan of his art. There's another one, Spider-Man cover, signed again by Michael Turner. So a lot of sentimental value to these books. I don't think I would ever sell them. I like them too much. If I sold them, then I'd be just like, man, why did I sell those books? Like I've done many times in my life, sold books that I regretted selling. Then I got a nice Conan run here. There's the first appearance of Elric, really high grade. These are real tough to find at high grade. Trying to find this without spine ticks is really, really hard. That one is pretty nice. And then, of course, I got #15. I think that's the second appearance of Elric. And Elric kind of looked goofy, man. He looked like a garden gnome. That's who eventually Null is based off of, by the way, is Elric. So just so you know, Donny Cates stole that to create Null. Conan the Barbarian #23. First appearance of Red Sonja. First full appearance of Red Sonja in this issue, by the way. She's in several panels, identifies that she's Red Sonja. This is the first full appearance of Red Sonja. And #23. And then, of course, #24 is, I got 2 of those. That is her first cover appearance and second appearance in comic books, but that is her first cover appearance. So people do like to chase that book as well. All right. Real quick, I am going to show a book that I picked up today. It might still be for sale. Let's see. Yeah, this MFKZ #1. It's kind of a cool cover by Vizonia. Behemoth Comics. This is coming out. I believe this comes out next month. $25. It's limited to only 350 copies, so it is pretty limited. It's a little risque. MFKZ, there is a Netflix show based on this character already. There's options too. You can get it graded, signed, all that good stuff. But I just bought the raw copy. That's pretty cool. $25. I'm pretty sure that will sell out eventually. Line breakers, their books tend to do pretty well. I've noticed they tend to sell out fairly consistently. So I wouldn't be surprised if that sells out. The other book I was a little pissed about, I didn't get last night. I was checking out. Oh shit, let me Let me get to the right website. Website is Izzy's Comics and Collectibles. Yeah, I really wanted this cover. I love that fucking cover. Nirvana Nevermind Homage by Javon Jordan, aka Illest Illuminati. By the way, he follows me on Instagram and he messages me all the time, sends me shit all the time on Instagram. So I hit him up yesterday. I said, "Hey man, you got to hook me up with at least one copy of that damn book." Uh, Obviously, I'm gonna probably have to pay him more than $10. I'll pay him $30. I'll pay 3 times. But if you go on eBay right now, there's like 3 listings, and I think they're all like $120 or more. So Jesus, it was a 500 print run, but man, I'm telling you, I buy exclusives all the time. I almost never lose one using Apple Pay, and that's how fast these sold out. Which tells me whether Izzy's Comics realizes it or not, there had to be bots involved. I don't know how you can sell 500 copies in less than 30 seconds without using bots. I get it that they didn't limit it. I mean, what they should have done is they should have limited it to like 1 or 2 copies per household. The fact that they didn't do that kind of pisses me off. And believe me, it pissed a lot of people off because I had several people on Instagram message me, Manny the comic collector, a bunch of other guys that were like, God damn it. Same thing happened to them. They were in checkout, about to hit the Apple Pay button, and it showed sold out. So something is a little strange about that, because I'm telling you, I've used Apple Pay on print runs that were less than 100, and was able to secure it in time. So the fact that this was a 500 print run, and I'm telling you, what was I? I was in Apple Pay for 10 15 seconds, and it was gone. There's no way 500 copies sold out in less than 10 seconds. There's no way. Not without bots, not without something really strange going on. So I messaged Izzy's Comics. I told them, I expressed to them my concerns over this. I basically said, yeah, I kind of wish you guys had done like a 2 per household limit. That would make you guys look a little bit more reputable. It doesn't look very good that this sold out so fast. And a lot of people who use Apple Pay, like me, I'm an exclusive comic book buyer. Believe me, I buy a lot of exclusives, way more than the average person. I'm kind of an expert in it. There's not too many people, especially that have a YouTube channel, that know more about comic exclusives than me. Believe me, I get told all the time, big comic book channels, they know that I'm the guy for exclusives. I'm well known for it, very well known. I get guys like Comic Tom that comment on my channel and send me messages all the time. So they know I know what I'm doing when it comes to comic book exclusives, and this one it didn't sit right with me at all. It sold out way too fast. I mean, a print run of 500. I've gotten stuff on Apple Pay that had a print run of less than 50, and I was able to secure it. It was and they were hot books. So I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I was on eBay last night after it sold out, and I did see a listing for $75, and I should have pulled the trigger on that, and I didn't. And that sold out. So anything that was under $100 sold out last night on eBay. So now the new price range is $120 or more. I don't know. I'm going to wait a little while on this. I mean, hopefully I can pick one up from Javon Jordan. We'll see. I don't know. AKA Uminati. I think his name is Uminati. Les Uminati. He's messages me a lot on Instagram. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe he can procure one copy for me. Even if I have to pay him more than $10, I'm willing to do that. But I'm not going to pay him $100 for it or anything like that. Screw that. But I do love that cover. I'm a big fan of Nirvana, and yeah, that's one of those covers where I really feel like, God damn it, I really should have. I really should have gotten that, and I didn't. And I know a lot of you didn't either. So all I know is if I didn't get it, it was pretty hard to get because I'm pretty damn fast when it comes to pulling the trigger on exclusives, and I'm there a 1 or 2 minutes before they're supposed to come out, and I'm all over it typically. So, all right, let's see. Malcolm says I use U-Haul indoor storage unit. It's climate controlled, and there are alarms on each unit. I need a key card to get in. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, mine is probably a little bit more old school. It's more of an old school storage. It was pretty cheap though. The 5x10, I'm paying $59 a month for a 5x10, and where I live in Florida, there's storage facilities everywhere. And there's literally like one in every corner. They're all over the place, and the average 5x10 sells for around $75 to $80 a month. That's the rental. So $59 I thought was a really good deal for an AC climate controlled unit. Yeah, but that sounds pretty cool. So they got alarms on the unit. That's pretty nice. Yeah, mine just has a big ass lock on it. And they have cameras everywhere. If you're in that facility trying to steal something, they got you coming and going. They're going to have your license plate if you're pulling up with a car or any type of vehicle. Yeah, you're going to be screwed. So I don't hear of too many thefts going on at the new storage facilities. There's just too much security these days. All right, Tony Fett, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining the chat. So that's my sad story on missing this comic exclusive. I'm a little pissed about it, but what are you gonna do? That's the way it goes. Some more books to show. Yeah, I'm showing off some books that I'm keeping at the house. I'm not putting in my storage facility, just because I like these books so much and I want to keep them close at hand. In case the house burns down, I can hug my comic books before I die. Yeah, that kind of thing. Daredevil number 131. I got 2 copies of that bad boy, both in pretty good shape. This one's definitely the better of the two. Probably would grade in the 9.2 to 9.6 range. I don't know, somewhere in that range. Maybe a 9.4. The other one's probably like an 8.5 to a 9.0, somewhere in that range. But both really nice copies. I love that cover, the yellow cover, bullseye in the background there. Yeah, just a cool cover. And it was, I think it's still somewhat affordable. I don't think that book has gone crazy like so many of the other ones have. This is another Daredevil marquee book, number 168. It's a nice copy. I don't know, grade wise, 9.0 to a 9.2. I don't think it would grade higher than a 9.2, but it is a newsstand copy, which adds a little to the value. So I'm real happy with it. It looks really nice. It could use a press. I mean, with a press, it might get to a 9.4, but yeah, it looks really nice. Anything above a 9.0 that's older like that, I think is fantastic. This book has really been hot lately too. My God. First appearance of Echo, right? Daredevil number 9. That Bendis, Alex, or is it Joe Quesada? Yeah, Joe Quesada run. No, David Mack run. Yeah, David Mack. I think Paul Manetti might have been the writer on that one. Yeah, it wasn't Bendis. Sorry about that. First appearance of Echo. That's definitely been a super hot book right now. She will be showing up, I guess, in a TV series soon. And then number 10, that's second appearance and first cover appearance. I did get 2 copies of that bad boy, both in really super high grade. So those books have been blowing up. This is my favorite cover of all time. Probably one of my favorite covers of all time. Maybe not my favorite cover, but I love this cover, man. God, come on. That is the Dark Knight's Death Metal #3 Virgin Matina cover, the fishhook cover. If you don't like that cover, there's something wrong with you. God, that damn cover is so good. I got this for $50. Normally, this was $100 to $150 book forever. And then one day there was a guy that had 5 copies of these for sale on eBay for $50 a piece. I should have bought all of them. I only bought one. It was so stupid. At least I should have bought 2. I mean, this is easily really a $200 book. Graded if it's 9.8, $400 to $500 book, pretty easily. And just not that many copies of it. It's just one of those books that, yeah, I don't know how you don't want to have that. It's just one of the, they've reprinted it. They've done a reprint, foil reprint. It's still nothing beats this. That's the best. So if you find a good deal on that book, I would highly recommend picking that up. It's just a cool cover, just a cool book. And of course, we got the first Robin King. This book was super hot when it came out. I remember there were people that paid $300 to $400 raw for this book the week it came out. I bought these in advance for about $75 a piece. I got 2 copies. It still sells around $150 pretty consistently. So it's still, I'm still doing well on it. It's still worth twice what I paid. But yeah, I think at one point there's some poor soul on eBay that I think paid $400 for this. Yeah, you may have to wait a little while to get back to break even. Let's see here. Dark Knight's Death Metal, Rise of the New God. I don't think this book is all that. I mean, I think it's maybe a $75, $80 book, maybe. I don't know, something like that. But I just love this cover by Boss Logic. So I don't know if this book is really all that in demand, but I think this came out a year ago. This was one of my favorite covers of last year. I just love it. Boss Logic, man. God, can't beat that guy. So good. All right. Oh yeah, another Robin King. That was the one in 25. Yeah. I think that's done okay. Oh yeah, this is a book I bought, I think at least 2.5, 3 years ago. I got a pretty nice deal on this book. I think I paid less than $200 for this. And it's a really sweet copy. I mean, it's definitely a 9.4 to 9.6, somewhere in that range. 9.8, I think a 9.8 in this goes for pretty good money now, well over $1,000. But first appearance of Cyborg, first appearance of Raven, first appearance of Starfire. There's like 3 first appearances in this book. So it's definitely one of those marquee books that people don't think about, but definitely should. It's just one of those books I think you got to try to own at some point. This is another one. This is not near as recognizable. I think first appearance of Mongrel, one of the villains Superman had to fight a few times, but it wasn't expensive, that's for sure. I think this is the first full story of Zatanna, DC Superstars of Magic Giant #11. Just a cool book. It's a nice copy. It's not high grade. I'd say it's mid grade. 6, maybe a 6 to 7, somewhere in that range. Looks pretty good though. Looks nice. Solid copy. Got that pretty cheap too. I think I paid like $40 for it. And of course, I love this cover by Adam Hughes. One of my favorite Adam Hughes covers of all time is Doctor Strange #11. I think this was a 1 in 50. I paid under. I think I paid under $100 for this, which was a steal. This is normally a $150 to $200 raw copy book all day long. 9.8 is going to be really expensive. This one's not a 9.8 copy. It's got one little spine ding. So the most this would be graded at would be maybe a 9.6. It doesn't need pressed or anything. It has one little flaw on the cover. That's it. The rest of it's perfect. So it would probably be like a 9.6 for this. Maybe a 9.4. I don't know. It just depends. 9.4 to 9.6, somewhere in there. This is Doorway to Nightmare #1. I think that's the first appearance of Madame Xanadu, or think that's her name. That's her first appearance. I think she is going to be part of the Justice League Dark team. I believe she will be one of the main characters in that team. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I think my mic is on. Where did I leave off of? I talked about, Doorway to Nightmare. First, Madame Xanadu. I think that's her name. Was that her name? I think it was. This is just a really cool Zafino cover. Dead Man Logan. I think that's number 4. I think it was a 1 in 25, if I'm not mistaken. Really hard to get in a high grade. It's a black cover. This would definitely be a 9/8 copy. I just think I love it. I'm a big Zafino fan, so I'm biased. I just think it's a cool ass cover. I love it. I love it. Here's some Delato goodness of everyone who's a Delato fan. These were bought originally from IG Comics Store. I think I paid $50 each for these. These are the Virgin covers. I think they only made, this is numbered out of 600. No, I'm sorry. Is it 5 or 600? I can't see. 600 copies. Yeah. So I got number 204 and number 19 of 600. So I got 2 copies of that. Never been opened. I don't think I've ever even, they've never been opened. So they're in absolute mint condition. I think that book sells around $200 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I got those a couple years ago. I think this is the first appearance of Lady Deadpool, maybe. And I think that's her first. That's the hip hop variant. I think she's on the cover there too. So yeah, I think that book was heating up at one point. I don't know if I don't think it's hot anymore, but yeah, what are you gonna do? All right, let's see here. We got Malcolm says, I just watched the 4-hour Justice League Director's Cut movie. Yep, the Zack Snyder cut on HBO Max. Yeah, I watched it when it came out. It was good. A lot better than the original, I thought. It tied in the story better. And of course, it was kind of cool. The scenes with Darkseid, kind of seeing Darkseid a little bit was nice. So yeah, it was way better than the original, I thought, for sure. Good to see you, Air Spider 23. Good to see you, my friend. He said I paid $170. Yeah, for that first Robin King, the one in was that a 1 in 25? I think it was 1 in 25. Yeah. Yeah, I think it sells around that price still. 170, 150, somewhere. I think maybe as low as 150, but I think people have paid more than that for it. Air Spider says LCS is a hustler, and they were all above 200 on release day. Yeah, yeah. At the time I was friends with another. I don't know if he was a YouTuber. His name was Richie. I think his name was Richie. Him and I knew that book was going to be hot. We had kind of advanced knowledge that there was going to be a key first appearance of that issue. And the Golden Apple had a couple copies for sale. I bought one off Golden Apple for $75. It sold out pretty quickly. I think within a day or two, it was gone. They had it sold out at Golden Apple, and then I had purchased another one. I'd purchased another one through another online store that I think has gone out of business since then. The guy was very shady. I ended up having to threaten him with legal action to get my copy. But you're right. There's LCSs that, yeah, there's a lot of shops, man. That's the way they operate. They're probably not making a whole lot of money on comic books other than variants and ratio variants and things like that. So, and of course they can mark them up, and that's what they'll do. So yeah, I mean, I understand it. They're trying to make a living, I suppose. Yeah, that's a complicated subject for sure. Boss Logic is good. His Joker exclusive was insane. Yep, no doubt about it. There's Boondocks 90. Good to see you, Boondocks. There's Manny the Comic Collector. Yeah, Manny, I was just telling everybody about that Izzy's exclusive, that Nirvana homage that we both missed. I'm still pissed off about that. Yeah, I messaged the artist, Javon Jordan. I guess he goes by Uminati. Is his Illest Uminati? I think his name is. And I know he's going to get some copies. So I told him, hey man, throw me one of those when you get your copies in. So I don't know, maybe I'll still get one. Who the hell knows? But totally it was bots. Yeah, I totally agree. There's no way you can sell out 500 copies of a comic book in less than 20 seconds. I was in my Apple Pay right at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm telling you, by 7:20, I'm clicking complete purchase on my Apple Pay, and nope, sold out. So I don't know how 500 copies sell in less than 20 seconds without it being bots, but that's my opinion on that. Hey, there's Parker, my good buddy Parker, out in California. I'm surprised Parker's not on a date right now. He must have got stood up. Oh, that's right. He's in California, so it's 10:00 my time. It's only 8:00 your time. So Parker's probably on his way to meet some fine young lady, one of his fine young ladies that he's going to meet. Airspire says, I had it guaranteed at my LCS and he wouldn't give me a price. On release day, he checked eBay on me. Oh, yeah. That's why when you deal with an LCS, yeah, you gotta negotiate price ahead of time. Say, listen, I want to pay a certain price for this book, and you got to make him stick to it. Otherwise, he doesn't deserve your business, right? I mean, that's just basic business 101. There's GT Key Comic. Good to see you, buddy. He's up there in the Canadian North. Glad to have you on the live stream chat. And Izzy Comics gave 0 fucks. Yes. Parker, I'm on the way. Pics later, yeah. Parker's on his way to meet some fine young cannibal. He'll send me pics later. That's hilarious. Regarding the DOT exclusive, what is our recourse, if any? What is our recourse? We have no recourse. Unless you had an order number, unless you received an order number guaranteeing you a copy, you're just a casual observer, just like I am. I didn't get it either. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't bode well for Izzy's Comics reputation wise. Let's face it, right? Because yeah, it doesn't bode well for them, I don't think. So hopefully, all I can say is this should be a very good learning lesson. I'm not at all saying that Izzy's Comics did anything unethical or illegal or anything like that. But they definitely should. If you're putting out a hot cover or not, come on, you're not. He's not Ray Charles. He knows that was going to be a hot cover. He had it priced at $10, which means he had it priced to sell fast, right? No limit. That's the big problem. There's a reason a lot of stores, a lot of online stores that sell exclusives have a limit, a 2 or 1 per person household limit. I would say if you've got less than a 300 print run, you definitely should limit it to one per household. One. That's it. If it's less than 300 issues, 300 copies, if you're going to have if you're going to be up near 500, maybe 2 per household would be what you should have as your exclusive. So that would eliminate bots right away, right? So if anyone's using bots to buy multiple copies, all those orders would automatically get canceled. And I've dealt with other online stores, Scorpion Comics, for instance. I'm buddies with the owner. I talk to him all the time. He runs a very, very reputable um, online store because he does things like that. He doesn't allow bots and flippers, people to come in and buy a bunch of copies. He cancels those orders. He just does. He does the right thing. And Izzy's Comics is going to have to learn that lesson if they want to be in this business. If you don't care about being in this business long term, and do whatever the hell you want to do. The problem is you're going to get people that aren't going to aren't going to go to your store anymore. That's just the bottom line. So, if a cover's coming out, that cover's going to be hot. Everyone knew that Nirvana cover was going to be hot. Everyone, that was a no-brainer, and they should have put a 2 per household limit minimum on a 500 copy order. Because if I'm in Apple Pay and I can't buy that thing in 20 seconds, it's not. There's no legitimacy to it. There can't be. You can't tell me there's 1,000 people also right on the button at 7:00 using Apple Pay. There's no way. No way. I've bought exclusives I buy them all the time. I buy them with way lower print runs than 500, and they don't sell out that fast. So, yeah, it's a major problem. I think they need to put a limit per household, 1 or 2 per household, and that's it. That'll solve the problem. Airspire says, I would guess a few shops bought 100 copies of that DOT at a time with no limit and 10 tag on that book. Yeah, so that's what we don't know. Maybe they allowed certain certain people to buy early, maybe a couple minutes early. I mean, I know there's stores that do that. Trinity Comics does that. If you're in their Facebook group, they'll allow you to buy 2 minutes before everybody else. And then sometimes a book sells out before it ever gets to the public. I mean, that happens. Obviously, if they did that, they weren't advertising that. I'm not in their Facebook group or anything like that, so I don't know what happened there. I mean, it's a mystery. MVP Comics, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I can't do much but not spend money with these comics. Yeah, you vote with your wallet, I guess, right? Yeah, Apple Pay is instant. Yeah, usually Apple Pay. I mean, I buy print runs of less than 100 a lot that I know are going to sell out in a minute or two, and Apple Pay works fine. So, yeah, what are you going to do? Manny says not even Hive Comics DOT exclusive sold out that fast. Yeah, it seemed a little weird. I don't know. I know the guy. I know the owner messaged me on Instagram, and he just said sorry. He didn't really have much to say about it. I said, hey, I said if you discover a lot of those orders were bots or something like that, let me know. I still want to buy a copy. No response on that, so I don't know. I guess if I'm going to get a copy, I'm going to have to just maybe I'll wait. I mean, I think the price could come down that book. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe there'll be a bunch of listings from some of these people that bought 100 copies at once. I don't know. Well, there should be some pushback from the comic book community on this, right? There should be. So, Izzy's Comics. I mean, they haven't come out with that many exclusives. I bought one other exclusive from them. I think that MKZ Inhook Lee exclusive, and the only one I bought was the metal cover, and I think it was only limited to 100 copies, and it sold out pretty quick, but not as quick as that, and it only had 100 copies. So I don't know. Yeah, Air Spider says I don't need that cover. Okay. Uh, he's followed me for a long time. He hangs out in all the groups. There you go. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I still like that cover. I mean, I like Nirvana. I'm a big Nirvana fan, so I'm kind of biased in that way. I don't know what else. Yeah, I'm gonna go through this stack of books right here. Let's see. Let me pull out a stack here. See if you think this is a book I should keep. The Rift. I think they were gonna make a TV series or something on this, weren't they? Red 5 Comics. This was pretty low print run. I was kind of I like red covers anyways, but I don't know. I just bought the issue number 1. Thinking about keeping that one though. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep that one. Riptide, another Red 5 comic. Kind of a cool cover. Looks like the Titanic. And then there's that one's cool with the sharks. Guy running through there with a Sea-Doo. Or a Wave Runner. I don't know what that is, but it's pretty cool. The sharks, I like that. Issue 3. It's kind of some cool artwork on the covers. Issue 4. And I think number 1 and 2 were definitely the better of those 4 covers. What else I got here? Road of Bones. I got that series. That was pretty good. Alex Cormack is the artist. Richard Duack, I think, is the writer. It was pretty good. It's definitely very dark comic book. It's a little bit of I think there was a little bit of cannibalism in that thing going on in there. What else we got? Road of the Dead. I don't even remember buying this. IDW. By the way, IDW, if you put them in regular poly bags, the ink and the paper just like wrinkles your bags really bad. I don't know. Road of the Dead. I don't know if these are. I don't remember these books. Who knows? Maybe I'll put those for sale. Road to Oz. Scotty Young covers. Man, these are old. I probably bought these years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, probably. Maybe longer. Yeah. Road to Oz. Scotty Young. I think he was. Yeah, there was a time where he was pretty popular. I don't think he's quite as popular now. I think it's all white noise. I got some weird stuff in here. Some Independence. Robot Princess. I don't even remember buying these. That cover's kind of cool. I don't know. Some weird books. Rocket Raccoon. Scotty Young. Remember that being somewhat entertaining. Some kind of cool cover. If you're into Scotty Young covers, I guess they're pretty cool. Not a big fan of Scotty Young. I think some of it's interesting, but kind of on the fence on that. These were books that were sent to me. I'll keep these for sentimental reasons. I don't think they're worth a whole lot, but these are Dave Steven covers. I believe my good friend Sent that to me. Shoot. Yeah, Marcus. I forgot. I had to think about it for a second. So these were books that were sent to me from Marcus. AOKs with Dave Stephen covers. Yeah, pretty cool. Rocketeer. I mean, I don't think they're worth much, but sentimental reasons, I'll hold on to those puppies. So I'm going through the R's. I'm looking at a lot of weird stuff. Rock stars. I don't even remember these. Image. That was an Image series. I don't think it did well. I don't remember. I don't remember it at all being any good or anything. Roman Ritual. I have no idea what that is. Amigo Comics. Another independent title. Boom Studios. The Ronin Island. Little samurai action. I think that's just 1 and 2. No, it's only issue 2. I don't know. That's weird. That must have been a mistake. That must have been a drunk purchase or something. Rose #1. Didn't that go for a while? I don't know. Rose #1 and 2. That was an Image book. Yeah, I don't remember it. I don't remember it being good. Let's see what else we got here. Source Point Press. The Rot. The Rot. Sounds interesting. I think I got a couple copies of #1. I must have thought it was good. I put it in a My Light. I don't remember that book. And then The Rot #2. Notice it's not in a My Light. See how it wrinkles the poly bag? So 2 and 3. It looks like that was only a 3-issue run. And then Soon Forgotten. No one remembers it anymore. What else we got here? Anything good? Just a bunch of weird shit. Some Vertigo, Saint of Killers. That was kind of a cool. I did collect all those Preacher books. I got every single Preacher book, all the mini-series, everything. So I do have a nice collection of Preacher. Some nice Preacher books. There's another one, Saint of Killers, number 3, number 4. Nice covers by Glenn Fabry. Fabry, how you pronounce his name? Famous artist. Oh yeah, I remember buying these back in the day. Saga. The issue #1 was a hot issue at one time. I know I got this from Midtown. Midtown Comics had a deal. You could get it signed. I mean, I paid cover price, and it was signed by Brian K. Vaughan. It came with a little certificate of authenticity, which is kind of cool. I don't even think I ever read these. I just put it in a bag and a board, and I do have another copy. So I got 2 first printings, just the first prints, and then I just collected, issue 2, issue 3. I got the whole run of Saga going all the way to issue 50. So I got that entire run of Saga, which I know they went on a hiatus for at least a couple years. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna reboot that. Brian K. Vaughan. I don't know what he's been doing. Fiona Staples. I mean, I know she does some covers here and there, but I don't think either of them have done a whole lot since they stopped doing Saga. I don't know. Maybe later this year they're going to reboot it. I think this year is supposed to be the year they're going to bring that book back. I don't know. All right, let's check into the chat here. Air Spider says, I have a ton of Scotty Oz books. I've also been collecting his work since he did Human Porch and Marvel Age teen books. Nice. Yeah, he definitely has a following for sure. Manny says, you think $54.99 is a good price for Infinite Frontier? #2, 1 in 25. Yeah, that's not too bad. You probably saw that on eBay. Let me see if they still have it, Manny. I did purchase my copy through Impulse Creation. It's Impulse Creations. See if they still have it. At Frontier #2. Yeah, sold out. Okay. Yeah, I happened to grab my copy earlier today for $35. That was the cheapest I could find. Yeah, they probably only had a couple copies. Yeah, you got to wonder, how many shops are going to order 25 copies of issue #2. #1, I could see a lot of shops doing that for the first issue, but the orders typically drop. I don't know what, at least 50% for the second issue, typically. So $54.99. Yeah, you probably are not going to find it any cheaper than that. I think Golden Apple wants $65 for it. Sanctum Sanctorium Comics and Collectibles, they want $75 for it. So $54.99 is not a bad price. Just because everywhere else now, I think you're going to be in the $65 to $75 range for that book. I mean, it's a cool cover. I think this Puppeteer Lee guy he's legit. He's really a painter. I got an Instagram DM from Esteban Salinas. Him and I are buddies. We chat back and forth quite a bit, and he saw my post of this on Instagram, and he goes, yeah, he said he's been following this guy's painting career for a long time. I'm glad to see that he's broken into comic book art, doing comic books now. So, he's done some covers. It's so far, as far as I know, it's mostly been DC covers, I think. But yeah, he's got an interesting name, Puppeteer Lee. Does he do puppeteering on the weekends? And then he paints? I don't know. But that cover is pretty awesome, no doubt about it. Yeah, I just don't think you're going to find it cheaper than $54 right now. I don't think so. I got lucky. I got it for 35. So with shipping, it's going to be like $40. So I got it a little bit cheaper, but yeah, still over ratio. I don't know who's going to get it for that $25 magic price. It could show up on Things from Another World, this website. Keep your eyes peeled on this. I checked it earlier today. I typed in Infinite Frontier #2. Nothing came up. Except for, looks like the A and B cover. And then maybe a signed cover for $31.99. Huh. Now let's see if they had it and maybe it's sold out. Infinite Frontier #2, 1 in 25. Now, so sometimes Things from Another World won't have a ratio for some reason on a particular book. Who knows? So that may be one to keep looking at is this website to see if they end up listing it. The problem is if they don't order 25 copies of the A and B cover, they won't get a ratio, so they're not going to try to sell it. So it just all depends on whether they order enough. But yeah, I mean, Golden Apple, I know they'll probably sell out too because I've seen them sell out books that are really priced high. It's crazy. Let me see here real quick. Golden Apple's a pretty big store. They also claim to be the oldest comic book store in America. I think 1972 or something. What happened here? Let's see if they still have it for sale. Yeah. So they still have some for sale for $65. So yeah, 54 seems pretty reasonable right now. As far as the online stores, Black Cape had it for 75. Sanctum had it for 75. I think most of them are $75. The other one, sometimes Westfield, once in a while they'll have a deal on a ratio book. Let's see if they have it. Westfield Comics. Spelled it right. Yeah, it doesn't appear as though they have that 1 in 25. See if they sold out on it though. They have it earlier and sold out maybe. Huh. No. Doesn't look like they ordered enough to get the 1 in 25. So that's interesting. Westfield doesn't have it. Yeah, so yeah, I do like that book. I think that's going to be a pretty nice book. Let me pull up my Instagram real quick. There is another book coming out probably next weekend. Um, Scott's Collectibles is going to be the store that will have it. Man, this cover looks freaking sweet. Let me share my screen again. Yeah, look at that. Man, let me blow this up a little bit. That cover is sick. Kale, no. You know this book's going to sell out. It's going to sell fast. It's going to sell very, very quickly. Department of Truth number 10. Limited to 400 sets of trade and foil virgin covers. So have your Apple Pay ready to go. This is probably going to sell very, very quickly. No indication on the price yet. It's going to be my guess is it'll be next Saturday is when that will come up for sale. It says that there will also be a third special cover unlocked being sold by our friend Ben Chase at ECGC Comics. Probably a color splash, something like that. It's probably going to be the same cover, but it'll be a color splash. So yeah, that cover's badass, man. Kale, no, he freaking can draw. I love that cover. I'm going to definitely try to get that. Yeah, it's going to sell quick, man. Scott's Collectibles. I subscribe to them. I follow them on Instagram. I get their emails. A lot of their exclusives do really well. They just do. I mean, that Department of Truth number 1, that Momoko. I mean, I bought those. Those books have gone crazy. I mean, that foil cover, that's $1,000 book. There was only 50 copies, so super low print run. Yeah, I mean, there's just that one's going to do well. I'm pretty sure that the Kale No Scott's Collectible, that's going to sell very, very quickly. GTK Comics says Ice Cream Man number 25, Heat Seeker Comics. You see, I don't know if I've seen that. Oh yeah, I did see this one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty damn creepy though, isn't it? Jesus. Limited to 250 copies for $30. It seems pretty like a low print run. Yeah, it's creepy. He's in the casket with his butcher knife and an ice cream scooper. It's it's definitely creepy. I don't know. Jesus. There's so many damn covers, man. It's ah opportunities are infinite, but capital is finite, right? So that's a old saying in the stock market. There's all kinds of opportunities, but there's only so much capital to invest in those opportunities. So you gotta definitely, I look at the art. I think I have a pretty good eye for art. I'm usually pretty correct on what's going to be hot as far as artistic value. I'm not always right though, but that one looks nice. I mean, I like it. It's a nice looking cover, and I love the price range of like $20 to $25. $30 would be the top end of the price range. But of course, if you're doing those sets like the trade dress and virgin, most of those are what, $40 to $50 typically for a set. That's just what it is. But yeah, the print run's low. 250 is very low. Maybe that'll sell out. We'll see. Yeah, the Something is Killing the Children 16 exclusive. Yeah, I grabbed the set too, but I didn't grab the set I wanted. I grabbed the trade dress and virgin. There was a trade dress virgin and color splash set, and I grabbed the wrong one. That's the one I intended to buy, and I don't have the color splash one. I think it was priced a little bit higher for the set. That was the one I wanted, and they've gone up in value, obviously. But yeah, that color splash set was the one I was trying to get, but yeah, I missed out on it. I just went too fast. By the time I noticed what I had done, they'd all sold out already. So yeah, yeah, the Ji Hung Lee. I remember getting that set. That looked pretty good too for Something is Killing the Children 16. Uh, yeah, he missed the third copy. Yeah, it was weird. Like they had Raw and Virgin, and I just assumed that was the one to do. But there was another one that had the set of three, and I just didn't. I wasn't paying good enough attention. So that's what she said. I went too fast, no doubt. Got too excited. Hey, when the comic book's involved, it's easy to get too excited, man. That's just the way it goes. All right, guys, it's 10:30. It's almost bedtime for me. I'm more of an early riser. I'm usually up. I'm up around 6:30, 7 o'clock every morning, and lately I've been doing a lot of walking. I have like a 5 to 6 mile walk that I do, and I probably did it this week. I probably did it 4 times, 4 days out of the five. I did that walk every morning, so feels good. It's a nice walk. Gets the blood flowing. By the time I get back, I'm usually pretty hungry. I eat breakfast, have my coffee. Um, Manny says the Scott's Collectibles Department of Truth exclusive will go on sale Sunday the 13th at 3 p.m. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to set my alarm, Manny. Manny and I will have our Apple Pays ready to go, and we won't get screwed, hopefully, like we did with the Izzy's Comics exclusive. I've been pretty lucky with Scott's Collectibles. I think pretty much everything that I tried to buy, I'm able to get. They don't usually sell out super quick. At least you at least have a couple minutes of a window, which is more than enough time for me typically. But I just screwed up on that last one just because I didn't check the right box. Hey, there's DT. Good to see you, D. It's been a while since I've seen D in the chat. But we got our regulars. I mean, my live streams, it's the same time. It's the same thing every time. I get typically 10 to 12 people. Once in a while, I get up to like 15 to 20 people in the chat, and we talk comics. We talk exclusives. Yeah, I mean, I was watching a couple YouTube channels this week. I watched the Comic Tom and Jim Mint video where they were talking about the explosion of certain books, and Yeah, the X-Men books are going crazy. I mean, really crazy. I think I've told you guys a couple times already. I picked up an X-Men 94 last year, an 8.5 white pages. It was a CBCS graded copy, and man, that book has gone completely insane now. I mean, I paid $750 for the book, and I'm pretty sure I could get around $3,500 for it, like tomorrow, if I wanted to sell it, which is a pretty massive increase in the span of a year. So, yeah, the comic book market right now, it's very, very much in bubble territory, and I think it has a lot to do with just I don't know, asset price. A lot of asset prices across the board are going crazy. Lumber's expensive. There's inflation going on. People don't want to leave money in the bank right now. They're scared it's just going to lose value, so they're buying collectibles. They're buying art. They're buying all kinds of shit. Sports card market's gone crazy. Some of those graded baseball cards that nobody wanted, a couple years ago, you couldn't give them away, are selling for crazy money now. So, and it's spilled over into comic books. That's what's happening. And I did a lot of buying last year of X-Men books. I'm glad I did. They've all gone up in crazy in price. And anybody that focused on buying 9.8 copies of key books in the last couple years, man, do you look like a genius right now? Right? Anybody that just bought 9.8s on all those key books in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, just absolutely brilliant move. All that stuff's gone bananas. All right, guys, that's kind of what I had for you. I appreciate everybody that came into the chat. We had a nice discussion. We talked about a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, I'll do another live stream, on Thursday of next week. I'm heading out of town tomorrow, going to a resort with the kids, kind of get away for the day, just enjoy the beach and kind of relax a little bit. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow and also Monday. So I'll be back here on Wednesday reviewing new comic book video for the following week, and then I'll be on here for Thursday's Whiskey Cigar and Comic Show. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.